Hello, my little munchkins. Welcome to my YouTube channel. This is my first time filming a video just for YouTube, so forgive me. I'm a bit shy. I'm probably going to forget to look at this and not at this, but I'll try my best and we'll see how we do. So I asked maybe 2 weeks ago about what you guys would want to ask me in a Q&A, and did you guys deliver? Oh yes, you did. We've got lots of questions. I'm not going to be able to answer them all, but I've picked out a selection. I'll answer those, and I will go back through and then answer the ones that I don't answer in the comment section. Yeah, so let's get started. Oh, before we do start, why don't you hit that like button, comment and subscribe, just cause. There's going to be a lot going on this channel. I have so much planned that I think could be so fun. Like, can you imagine Professor McGonagall watches Harry Potter for the first time? That's going to be a riot. So let's get some of that on. Yeah, oh, you guys, I'm so awkward and shy. Can you tell? So I think what I'm going to have to do is start off with questions about me, then questions about Potter parodies, and then, of course, at the end, we will do some impressions, some that you know and some maybe that you haven't seen if you're not on TikTok. So questions about me. Firstly, the main one, what house are you in? I'm a Gryffindor. It's upside down. I'm a Gryffindor. Yeah, go, Gryffindor. I was sorted into Gryffindor on Pottermore. Before that, I thought that maybe I was a Hufflepuff. So I would say if we're doing half houses that I am a Gryffindor, but I'm a proud Gryffindor. And this year, you guys, Gryffindor Pride Day is on my birthday. Are we having a party? Yes. We absolutely are. But I'll work out what we're going to do for the 22nd of March, which is this month. I'll work out what we're going to do. It's going to be great. What is your patronus? So my patronus is a shrew. Initially, I was very disappointed with that. For those of you who don't know, a shrew is like a mouse with a trunk, a little elephant mouse. But I wanted something like a dragon or a lion or something cool, unicorn, but no, I got a shrew. But I did read somewhere that the world's most powerful patronus on record is a mouse, and the size of your patronus has no play on how powerful it is, which I thought, you know what? My Griffin shrew, sick. I like it. What star sign are you? So star sign, I am an Aries rising Capricorn with a Cancer moon. Just in case you wanted to know the nitty gritty. Who is your favorite character? I think you guys know. My favorite character is, of course, Professor McGonagall. Maggie Smith is my favorite actress in the entire world. So, of course, Professor McGonagall is going to be my favourite character. But she was my favourite character even before Maggie Smith was cast as her, because I just love prickly old ladies with a heart of gold who are strict, but low-key, they got your back. Those are my faves. When did you get into Harry Potter? So I didn't really have a choice about getting into Harry Potter or not. It was read to me when I was very small. So the first Harry Potter book came out when I was 4. And I think my aunt started reading it to me when I was 6 because the next book was just about to come out. So my great aunt read them to me when I was little, and she used to do all the voices. So maybe that's where this has all come from. But yeah, that's when I started getting into Harry Potter, and I was hooked. I loved it. I absolutely adored it. And we went to the midnight releases of every book and every film. And yeah, so it's been 19 years. 19 years I've been into Harry Potter, right from the start. So when did you realise you could do good Harry Potter impressions? You guys, I didn't know that I could do impressions, really. I knew that I was good at accents, but I'd never really tried impressions before. And on TikTok, there was a trend going viral called the Harry Potter Accent Challenge. And I did a TikTok doing the Harry Potter Accent Challenge, and it blew up, and lots of people were commenting, saying things like, your McGonagall is the best. Oh my God, your Umbridge is really good. I wanted to slap the screen. Stuff like that. And that's really where Potter Parodies was born, because I thought, well, if I can do a good McGonagall, and I can do a good Umbridge, then I can make them fight each other. And that's all we really wanted as Harry Potter fans, was to watch McGonagall and Umbridge fight one another.
As my deputy, you are supposed to support me. I don't support terrorists.
So, that's where Potter Parodies began. And that was only back in November 2020. And I posted my first Potter parody maybe halfway through November. And then I went from having 68 followers to 1.4 million since then. So that's 4 months, which is insane. And I'm so glad that people enjoy them and they love them and they make them laugh, because they make me laugh too. How did you find the voice for Dumbledore? So Dumbledore's character and voice came about because obviously I'm good at quite a few of the female voices in Harry Potter, but I'm not good at the men. I'm not a man. I can't do it. So I knew I was going to need to change Voldemort. I needed to change Dumbledore's voice enough that people didn't think I was just doing a bad impression of him. So I wanted him to be very different from his voice in the real Harry Potter. And he ended up just being me when I'm excited, and he's got a bit more extreme. Just, he's a lot, but I love him. I think of the characters I've created and really changed, Dumbledore is my favourite one. And also my Dumbledore is do you mind? My Dumbledore is my favourite over book Dumbledore, over film Dumbledore. I love my Dumbledore. I think he's great. Do you know that we love you and that you make God tier content? Lauren Mulligan, what a queen. Thank you so much. And I'm glad that you all enjoy it. I really love making it. I have so much fun making the content. And I'm just glad that you guys find them funny too. Why is your Professor McGonagall accent so good? I get this question all the time. As I said already, Maggie Smith is my favourite actress in the world. I adore her. I love her. She's perfection. I'm really good at Professor McGonagall's accent because Maggie Smith actually played a Scottish teacher before. She played Jean Brodie in The Prime of Miss Jean Brodie, where she had the exact same accent. And Maggie Smith has talked about how she just really recycled that accent for McGonagall. And I used to watch The Prime of Miss Jean Brodie every day when I got home from school. It was my favourite. And so I already knew how to do the accent. And then just to make it sound more Maggie Smith, more McGonagall, you just have to make it a bit more nasal. If the rise and fall, you've got to, it's a bit gruff, Mr. Weasley. Yeah, it's all about this and yeah. So that's why I'm so good at it, because I've watched everything that Maggie Smith has ever been in ever, and I love her. Do you still ride horses? Yes, I do. I have a degree and a master's degree in horse subjects because that was my day job before lockdown happened. And a lot of people ask me all the time, like, what is your job? I do work with horses, kind of freelance, but it has just been content creating for TikTok and doing the Potter Parodies for now. To make content as my job would be the dream. So I'm working on that right now. How often does Dumbledore get yeeted out of the tower? Quite a lot, actually. Yes, very often. But don't worry, he doesn't get hurt or anything. I always do a little arresto momentum so he doesn't smash on the floor. But it's just nice to scare him sometimes because he is mighty full of himself. Who is your favourite villain, Umbridge? We've all met an Umbridge in our lives. We've all met an Umbridge, so... who did you simp for when you were younger? So my first crush, I'll talk you through the progression. My first crush, of course, was Oliver Wood. I was 9 and I was like, he's so grown up and I love his accent. So it was Oliver Wood first, and then it was Dean Thomas. And then when Neville had his glow up, it was Neville. But I guess now I'm settled now on Sirius Black. So why does Dumbledore stan Harmony so much? I don't know, it's just funny. Because lots of people watch the parodies and assume that I stan Harmony as well. I don't. I feel like they're like brother and sister. But I don't know why Dumbledore does. I think probably he just made the bet. But now he's in the bet, so he has to make the bet work. Because he wants his money. He needs to get some new robes. So he just needs Harmony to come about. He doesn't have the money. And can you teach us how to do Dumbledore's squeak? It just kind of is in the back of the throat, isn't it? Right, impressions. So, some of you were asking for impressions in the community tab. So, I thought that I would do some, especially because lots of people tend to comment on my impression videos and say that I'm lip syncing, which is such a compliment. Thank you so much, but I am not. They're not that good. So, thank you. Let's start off with a little Dumbledore. Hello, my little munchkins. Welcome to Hogwarts. Don't say his name. I'm a penguin and I'll peck you. Oh, Minerva, please don't eat me off the astronomy tower again. People say that my McGonagall is fake, which I don't know. Like, I've literally rapped doing the voice, so it's obviously not. But, the House of Godric Gryffindor has commanded the respect of the wizard world for nearly 10 centuries. I will not have you in the course of a single evening besmirching that name by behaving like a babbling, bumbling band of baboons. Oh, for Snape, we've got to go down here. Has it ever crossed your brilliant mind that I don't want to do this anymore? Turn to page 394. Today, Mr. Potter, our new celebrity. Using spells? I don't see why you would need to use spells in my classroom. You'll be learning in a risk-free way. It sounds like you're questioning my authority in my own classroom, Minerva. Not at all, Dolores. Merely your medieval methods. Molly Weasley. Everyone always asks me for the howler. But the easiest way, I think, to get into Molly Weasley is always, where have you been? Bed's empty? No note? Car gone? You could have died. You could have been seen. Of course, I don't blame you, Harry, dear. I am Professor Trelawney. Broaden your minds. Together we will cast ourselves into the future. Dear boy, is your grandmother quite well? Look at the cup. Tell me what you see. Oh, pity. Moaning Myrtle. I'm Moaning Myrtle. But I wouldn't expect you to know me. Who would care about poor, ugly, hideous, moping, moaning Myrtle? I shouldn't have squeaked as Dumbledore earlier. I could make the squeak. I was in the U-bend thinking about death, and it fell through the top of my head. Let's all throw books at Myrtle because she can't feel it. 10 points if it goes through her stomach. 50 points if it goes through her head. Ginny, he's covered in blood again. Why is it he's always covered in blood? It's none of your business. Harry Potter, of course. Shut it! My neighbours are going to be vexed. Draco Malfoy. The forest? I thought that was a joke. We can't go in there. Students aren't allowed. And there are werewolves. Potter. Hey, Potter. Is it true you fainted? You actually fainted. Such a git. You're safe there, even though she was not yours to save. My little sister. Harry Potter is dead! Lucius Malfoy, you've lost me my servant! Dark Lord, if there had only been a sign. I love the way it says Dobby. Oh, Luna, I forgot Luna. That's a curious thing to keep in your sock. You're not going mad. I can see them too. You're just as sane as I am. Harry Potter, you listen to me right now. You heard what Cho said. There's not a person alive today who's seen it. We need to talk to someone who's dead. Luna is kind. So my Harry voice is I'm Harry, sir. Harry Potter. Oh, thanks, Professor. Sir. I really took it from the sir. I can't be a wizard. I'm just Harry. Just Harry. Oh, Petunia. How could you not be? My perfect sister being who she was. My mother and father were so proud the day she got her letter. We have a witch in the family. Isn't it wonderful? I was the only person to see her for what she was, a freak. And then she met that Potter, and they had you, and I knew you'd be just as strange, just as abnormal. And then, if you please, she went and got herself blown up, and we got landed with you. Blown up? You told me my parents died in a car crash. A car crash? Oh my God, I'm sorry. Yeah, I think that's most of the impressions. I do some more, but I don't want to give all of them to you now. Does your voice ever get tired? Yes, it does. If I do like 4 or 5, especially if I'm doing consecutive Potter parodies, so for instance, the ones that I've been able to splice together that go one after the other, yeah, my voice does get tired. But there are some voices that I can do which are so easy to me. Like Professor McGonagall's voice is as easy as breathing, and it doesn't hurt my throat at all. Whereas, you know, voices, usually the men's voices, the deeper ones, not Snape, weirdly. This one's fine. I don't know. It's more the growly ones, like, hey Hagrid! When are they coming to do my nails? Slither your ass over here, I'm gonna tell you about yourself. Those are the ones that if I do those for a long period of time, then they hurt my throat. But I pace myself, and I do make sure to stay hydrated now that this is my job. If you could save any dead character from Harry Potter, who would it be? I would say Fred, because I'm torn. Either Fred or either Remus or Tonks, just at least so that Teddy has one parent. But yeah, I think the twins shouldn't have to be separated. No. Why do some of your voices sound so realistic and some of your voices not? It's just because I can either do them or I can't. And mostly you'll notice that the boys' ones are the most unrealistic, like Aragog or Scabbers. Scabbers, squeak, squeak, I'm a rat. Always been a rat, always gonna be a rat. Yeah, no. Like that one, and Aragog as well. Those are all very deep men's voices that I just can't do. I mean, as much as I don't have the talent for it. The girls' voices I can kind of manipulate and kind of do, but the boys' ones, not really. Oh, I forgot, I didn't do a Hermione voice, did I? You foul, loathsome, evil little cockroach. My Hermione is dreadful, just so you guys know. You know the solution then, don't you? Next time there's a ball, pluck up the courage and ask me before somebody else does, and not as a last resort. Now, if you two don't mind, I'm going to bed before either of you come up with a clever idea to get us killed, or worse, expelled. It's funny because when you're doing the impressions of them, you either do impressions of them like grown up, past puberty, or before. And the boys, I tend to do their voices from before. Because they're easier for me to do. Like, whenever I do Draco Malfoy, it's always, red hair and a hand-me-down robe. You must be a Weasley. Because the boys before puberty are far easier for me to do because my voice doesn't go deep enough. Especially for Ron. Bloody hell. Bloody hell. Earlier on is much easier. You that has to go on, I know it. Not me, not Hermione, you. I'll just shut that. It's getting a bit cold. Bit chilly. I love you, Daddy. Do the roar. We all need a bit more silly fun in our lives, really. And that's what they are, silly fun. I think with the Potter parodies, it helps that I have a very expressionate face. I've got quite an expressionate voice. I used to do acting when I was younger, and I would love to get back into it. That would be my dream job, is to act. Not necessarily like, not the whole like get famous and all of this stuff, but you know, just to perform and make people laugh and to make people, you know, feel things, go on a journey, because that's what I really enjoy about making the Potter parodies. Like, I love that they make people laugh, but I also love the little side stories and like using my imagination. for all the little side plots, like what the Platinum Trio were doing. Are you going to do voiceovers of Fantastic Beasts and other series? So Fantastic Beasts, probably not. I'm not a big fan of Fantastic Beasts, especially because they put Professor McGonagall in it when she wasn't even born yet. Like, what the hell? So I'm not the biggest fan of Fantastic Beasts. I've seen the first one and the second one probably once each. But yeah, I didn't get too into it. But other things, definitely. I want to do Lord of the Rings. I want to do Doctor Who. I want to do Twilight. I want to do the Avengers. There's so many that I want to do. So we're sticking with Harry Potter for now, but we are definitely going to get into it. I'm leaving Deathly Hallows just for a hot minute to try and get through some of the earlier films first. But I do intend to make all of them from start to finish. And I think I don't know, we need to start a petition or a GoFundMe or something. Start a petition for Netflix to commission me to redo Harry Potter. That would be fun. I was thinking about making the Harry Potters from start to finish, but like get an animator and stuff. But I personally do think that my eyes and teeth make it. I don't think they'd be as funny if it wasn't just, you know, the screenshots with my eyes and teeth over the top. I think that is the end. Thank you guys so much for, if you have made it this far, and if you do like the parodies and you do like the stuff that I'm doing. I have a lot more plans. I definitely want to do a bit of, I think it would be funny to do commentary on this channel, but do it as Professor McGonagall. Also, I do want to do some videos, maybe a get ready with me with McGonagall and Dumbledore does the voiceover, or my Dumbledore costume is coming soon, so I'm excited for that. So there's a lot more that I want to do with this channel and with all of my my things. So if you haven't already, and you're interested in what you've seen here and you want to see more, then subscribe, share with your friends, and follow me on, I've got Instagram and TikTok as well. So yeah. And I've been not looking at the thing. I'm so bad at this. Don't worry, I'll get better at it and I'll remember I'm supposed to be, oh, do you feel like I'm something? Oh, this is so weird. This YouTube stuff. How do they do it? How do you sit in front of a camera and just, I don't know, it's different when I go on live streams and stuff because people are talking to me so I can talk back to them. This just feels really weird. It's going to be fine. It's going to be fine, isn't it? I think. Maybe. I didn't think of an outro. Thank you for watching. I hope you have a wonderful evening. And remember, dears, that Hogwarts will always be there to welcome you home. Yeah. See you guys later. Bye.